And then 1955, I moved from Portsmouth, Virginia to Washington, D.C.
Right.
You know, that's where I met Jimmy Dean, you know, who was...
Big John.
Jimmy, yeah, Big John, and he had his country band, you know, and I broke down and went to a hospital, you know, because I had been in the service, you know,
right,
and I was like in reserves. They had taken me off of active duty into the reserves. Then I broke down and went to the hospital. And while I was in the hospital, my brother Doug was playing with Jimmy Dean. Roy Clark was the lead guitar player, and Doug was the drummer. And Jimmy Dean had this #1 show, and Connie B. Gay, right? He had a radio station over in Virginia, you know, and he was Jimmy's manager. And so while I was in the hospital there, Elvis came when it was on Sun Records and played on Jimmy's show on Channel 7, you know, and Doug was introduced to Elvis. And then later on, when I got out of the hospital and I got my brothers back together and we started playing music, you know, we went down to Portsmouth to see my mother. You know, she lived in Portsmouth, Virginia. And Elvis was coming to play at the arena in Norfolk with Slim Whitman. You know, to Slim Whitman and Elvis Presley. You know,
yeah.
Well, I didn't know Elvis. Doug said, "I want to introduce you to this guy, Link. He's gonna knock your socks off." That's what Doug said. He's gonna knock your socks off. I said, "Why, Doug?" He said, "You just wait till you see him." And when I went to see Elvis and Bill Black and Scotty Moore play, I said, "But man, this is something brand new. This is something that Bob Wills is not playing. The country artists is not playing this music, you know." And right away after that show, who grabs him? The Canadian cowboy, you know, Hank Snow. He takes Elvis and becomes Elvis's manager, right? Right after that, just right after I saw him, you know, and we went back, you know, and I started looking for sounds, you know, to try to get into this new sound, you know.
Well, it must have been something that just should have clicked for you right away.
Right away.
The countryside, Doug is, when you put the big in the big beat, I mean.
Oh yeah. I mean, I showed Olive a picture. I got a picture now of the Diamonds, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're all old guys with gray hair and everything. But it was their song that gave me rumble, you know, because I was doing this show at a hot rod place in Fredericksburg, Virginia, right? And I've been there playing all night long. Me and Doug and Shorty. You know, we've been doing Jerry Lee Lewis song, Elvis song, Pass Down Noah song. You know, I couldn't sing, so Shorty had to do the singing because I'm alone. You know, I couldn't do any singing. So when Milt Grant, who was the disc jockey there, DJ on television, they would dance on his show like a Dick Clark show locally. You know, you had Milt Grant in Washington D.C. and in Baltimore you had Buddy Dean.
Buddy Dean, sure.
Remember Buddy Dean?
I've read a lot about Buddy.
Oh yeah, he was a fantastic person, you know. And so Milt jumped up on stage, you know, and he had brought the Diamonds with him, you know. And it was about 10,000 kids in that record hop. That's how big record hops were back in those days. I mean, because rock and roll was a brand new thing. Well, I've been playing all night long. Those kids didn't pay attention to me. And Milt said, "Play me a stroll, Link." I said, "I don't know a stroll." And Doug says, "Well, I know the beat to the stroll, Link." And so he started playing. You know, he said, you know, he just by himself, you know. And God, man, my guardian angel, man, my Jesus God, just that. Blom, blom, blom. And Ray said, "What's that? What's that?" So he grabs the microphone, because, you know, back in those days, you didn't mic the amplifiers. So he takes the singing microphone, sticks it in my guitar, right? And here my guitar is pouncing into speakers, you know. Blom, blom, blom. I had my amplifier wide open, you know. And Doug was playing this shit, blom, da, 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 you know. And it was pulsating, and all of a sudden, these fucking kids started rushing to the stage, screaming over me. And about halfway through the song, Doug starts laughing, gets off the drums. I said, "Doug, what the fuck you doing?" And he's laughing. He said, "We've been here all fucking night long. Nobody paid attention to you." He said, "Now you playing this your shitty instrumental, you know. I don't even know what you're playing." I said, "I'm playing the stroll." I didn't know what it was. I said, "I'm just playing the stroll like Bill said, you know." Doug said, "It ain't the stroll, Link. You're doing something. Look at these fucking kids. They're screaming. They were hollering, screaming, banging on the fucking stage. Play it again, play it again. Come on, keep playing again." They didn't give a shit about the Diamonds anymore. Milt Grant smells money, right? He smells $1 there, right? So after that show, you know, I played it about 4 times before the kids kept on banging, you know, play it again. I didn't know what I was playing, you know.